Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Josh here, Oreo Express. Hope you're all having a wonderful. It is finally Friday. Friday, March 14th. Couple more days till St. Patty's Day. And we got some stuff lined up on today's show. Let me jump in here and tell everyone thank you for jumping in. Trying to see if we're even live yet, man. This Rumble Studio has got me going gray. This was all brown till Rumble Studio. Takes forever to connect. And then it won't upload my videos. Won't do a whole lot, but welcome back. We are here. We are here. I see myself now. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you. Jan Garner, Micro Taz, Old Uncle Bill. How you guys doing? Texas RW, Cade, Texas, Texas Bigfoot. Let's see. Freedom Cowgirl says, howdy, happy Friday. Yes, happy Friday. Pixie's in the house, so no cussing today, guys. Pixie is in the house. Oh, so we got a lot to talk about. We got to talk about Schumer caving and Democrats now going against Schumer when it comes to the CR bill. That looks like it will be passed today. There's still some ifs, ands, or buts. We know Schumer's voting yes on it. We know Fetterman's voting yes on it, and we'll have to see what happens there throughout the day. And want to say once again, thank you for everybody tuning in. If you could hit that like button, hit that thumbs up button. We appreciate you. Real Sweet says, I'm on time. What's up? B. Mikey in the house. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for joining us. Going to be wearing my Donald Trump did nothing wrong shirt today all day long. Well, maybe not all day. Maybe not all day. Might have to change into something a little more red. But also some of the other stuff we got to talk about. Some protests going on around mainly D.C., Bernie Sanders holding a rally in Denver and advising all attendees to wear masks. The federal judge who blocked President Trump from firing the staff. I mean, these judges think they have executive power. We're going to talk about something she has been caught on camera. Also, AG Pam Bondi comes out and discusses the terrorism at the Tesla dealerships with all the vandalism, the fire bombings, and everything else. So that should be interesting. We'll talk about that. Still people triggered about their Teslas, folks. Still triggered about the Teslas. And again, just some more political jargon. Again, Hune, hello from Washington State. Is cold and rainy, Hune. Wow, it's not too cold, but it's rainy here too. It's rainy here too. It's been rainy in the Central Valley for a few days now. It's going to be taken out of here probably about 1 o'clock, and we'll have a clean, nice, beautiful weekend. But we're going to be going through all that. Do not forget. I hate this thing. I'm going to take that off. We do have a raffle going on. If you want to enter, it will be either around between 3 and 5 today on a live stream, or we're planning on going out of town. It could be on our drive-in chat a little later, but it will be today. So later on this afternoon, we will pick a winner. Let me show you what you're getting. All you have to do, a $10 donation gets you in to enter. If you do $30, that's 3 entries. And what it is for is a $75 gift card to the Oreo Express shop. Let me show you some of the stuff. Let's see. Wrong one. Some of the shirts and stuff that we have up here. We got some Doge shirts up here. We got all kind of stuff. We got the Gulf of America. We got the shirt I was wearing yesterday. More ice, please. I did delete a lot of stuff. I worked on the website for a couple hours last night. So the old stuff is gone, but I believe there's 9 or 10 pages, coffee cups, inauguration stuff, you name it. I think I even got this right here. Check this out. Let me pop this all the way up. The Gulf of America stuff. That one is front and back. The tank top. I like the tank top. I'm getting the tank top. And again, theoreoexpress.com/shop for anybody that just wants to buy some of our gear. We do appreciate it. It helps keep the platform running and the website running. But if you want to get in, again, today's your last chance. We're going to be drawing a winner in about, I don't know, 5-6 hours. And so you'll want to get in. It also includes one of 3 hats, one of the Oreo Express Make Speech Free Again hats. We have the camo green, the pink, and the MAGA red. So you will get a $75 gift card and a hat. And we say thank you. And again, all you have to do is do a $10 donation. Our donation links are Venmo at Oreo Josh, Cash App, $Oreo Army, givesendgo.com/Oreo 2024. And then we do have a Zelle link. If you go to our website, it's theoreoexpress.com. And then it'll say donate now on there. You click that button. It'll have all the links, and we appreciate you. So it's going on right now. Hundreds gather for anti-Trump protest outside the United States Capitol to demand President Trump be removed from office and deemed ineligible over the Constitution's 14th Amendment prohibition on insurrectionists. I'm just going to say this. Remember when they tried this, they even tried to remove him from the ballot, and judges says, nope, can't do that. The will of the people spoke, all 7 swing states. And again, I don't know. Let's just take a look at the crowd here. You can't make this stuff up. And I just got to ask, we know they're flaming libtards, but damn, couldn't you pay one black guy to be out there, have a little diversity? Just a little diversity? No, they couldn't. They couldn't. I thought that was great. Let's see. Senator Tom Tillis released a voice message left by one of those people, one of those unhinged Democrats. Listen to the love and tolerance of this message right here. I gotta warn you, it is if you have kids in the room, earmuffs. Here we go.
Afternoon, Senator Tillis.
That's not Northern Warbeck. That's what the ones who won the Civil War think about you. Do you understand that inferior bad genes, inbred stupid you and all your people?
Yeah, Tom Tillis, afraid of death threats. Then get the out of office.
I would like to talk to Tom Tillis and ask him why he thinks it's okay for him to take money from this nation and it over. Why does he think that he can tell his employers to go themselves every goddamn day, all day long, and sell his goddamn nation out and his employers over? Don't he know that his employers can take a axe handle and cave his head in?
And I suggest, well, you're going to have to be very careful about going out in public or talking to anybody that's real, that's an actual American, because we hate you.
If I didn't have a broken back in Southern California, I would spend the rest of my life in federal prison for a chance to cut your throat.
Good afternoon.
Ooh. Guys, I just want you to know it's going to get bad. So these people spend their days watching The View, and we have no View clips for you today. I'm sorry. We watching CNN, watching MSNBC, listening to Democrats lie to them, and they're scared. Some of them are absolutely scared. My Medicaid's leaving. No, your Medicaid isn't going nowhere. Why don't you use your damn brain and Google the bill and see what it says about Medicaid. Democrats are using fear porn. That's what they do to control you. Fear is the easiest thing to control people. And if you didn't learn that, even some of you watching can lie to me now and say you weren't just happily parading around with masks on because you were scared of COVID. I don't blame you. You didn't do the research I did. But guess what? It's because they scared you into wearing that mask. And that's what they're doing to these people. These people, I promise you, you're going to see people out on the streets just lose their mind and attack random folks, attack American loving patriots, the one that says, guess what? We do want a limited government like our founders intended. Guess what? We do want our tax dollars to go to American citizens instead of illegal aliens. These people that are doing this and leaving the voicemail, they're saying a whole lot worse in private and with their friends and out at their local pubs. You guys know I absolutely despise Joe Biden and most of the Democrats. Never do I threaten their lives. Never do I say anything of that sort that I would find them. What'd that guy say? Find them in the streets. Hold on. What's he say at the end?
Federal prison for a chance to
I would love a chance to be in federal prison so I could cut your effing throat. And it's going to get worse, guys. Again, until the legacy media is held accountable, there is a lot of people that don't know about podcasts. There's a lot of people that don't know about truth. Actually, there's a lot of people right now, if they heard Oreo Express, they would say, that's an insurrectionist fascist right there. That's what I heard. Who'd you hear it from? Some basement dwellers that can't get out of their house, that can't meet me face to face anywhere we go? That's where you get your information from? Well, that's too bad. That's too bad. And the one thing we see, and again, we're going to see this. We see people chasing down Teslas. We showed you earlier in the week, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, where people are literally chasing Tesla trucks down the street, pounding on their window. This guy's just going to work. This guy's just trying to provide a living for his family, paying taxes that the guy running down the street probably lives off of. It's crazy. It's crazy. They are lost. Here's what I talked about at the beginning of the show. Bernie Sanders, thank you for RSVPing to attend our event with Bernie in Denver on Friday, March 21st. It's going to be a great event. Here's all the details. Fighting oligarchy, where we go from here with Bernie Sanders in Denver with special guest AOC. Friday, March 21st, 4 p.m., and it's at the Civic Center Park. Please note, no bag signs or firearms allowed. Masks are advised for all attendees of this event. Anyone experiencing a fever or other symptom of COVID-19 is asked to stay home and not attend. I don't know, guys. I don't know. There's people that read that. I'm not even lying. We go around them. We might be around some tomorrow. You might need to stay tuned. That's why we're doing some of this fundraising so we can hit the road. But there's people right now. What time is it? Probably noon in Denver, 1 o'clock in Denver. I can't remember what time area they're in. And they're checking their fever just to make sure they can go to that rally. Oh, 98.7, Joyce. I think we're good to go. It's just insane. Absolutely insane. And it just goes to show you as well that old saying, beating a dead horse. COVID is a dead horse. Masks are advised for all attendees. Now, there's probably another reason they want people to wear masks to not be identified, I'm guessing, because I'm sure there's going to be some great reporters out there. But Oh my, COVID-19. Haven't heard that in a while. So something we covered and I wanted to bring up again. We showed you one, I think it was last week, an article. Who was it done? John Stossel, I think, did the article last week. This one's done by John Solomon Reports. Fast food jobs down by 16,000 amid $20 minimum wage. Debunking Newsom-cited study. Now, remember, Newsom said everybody's doing better, that the cost of fast food didn't rise. People are just making more money. But that's not the truth. I'm going to pull this up. Let's pull this to see. Hold on. Is it a... Give me 1 second.
Pseudonymous email. We had to sue the National Archives. It's been actually 2 or 3 years of litigation to finally get the pseudonymous emails of Joe Biden, the fake email names. And really sensitive stuff is going to that email account a decade ago. I know.
Yeah, I can say emphatically as a 24-year Army veteran, absolutely. This really...
So, says the Center Square federal data now shows California fast food employment is down 16,000 jobs since the passage of the state's $20 per hour fast food minimum wage last year. 16,000 people are out of work because we raised minimum wage, guys. You can't, this is federal data. These are the people that report to the IRS. These companies that had 30 employees are now down to 20. It says a fast food study from the Berkeley Research Group in California found California fast food prices increased 14.5% from September 2023 to October 2024, or double the national average. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics quarterly employment survey covers 95% of American jobs and is considered the gold standard for jobs and wage data. Now, its latest report shows California fast food jobs declined 570,909 to 554,748 in September. We said this would happen. I did. I don't do any TikTok videos. I literally did TikTok videos on this, guys. And again, we knew when we have a Democrat supermajority, they can do what they want. But I told you guys a couple places, Foster Freeze. I don't know if you guys have that. I don't think I've seen it anywhere outside of this area. I think there's only very few of them. But growing up, they were kind of more so over. We do still have one in Clovis, but I know the one in Hanford closed down the day after they increased minimum wage. Said they can't afford it. There's no way they can keep the doors open. The one in Clovis finally closed down a couple months ago. And it's just crazy. And you know what? I was talking to somebody the other day. And so what these places are doing, I don't know if it's in every area, but here we have not saying it's a bad thing, but foreign-born nationals that have them and their brother kind of very similar to the liquor stores and what they've done to the subways. They're doing to burger joints now. So you go into these burger joints. It's not like these Americana-style burger joints that you were used to. They have good burgers. We eat at them sometimes. But what they're doing is it's him, the brother, our family members working, and they only hire like one employee. They don't hire shift after shift. They are there from when the burger joint opens at 10 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock at night. And a lot of these people, they're going into these closed down restaurant chains that would have a lot of, high school students working, retired folks working, people that wanted to supplement their income. And now it's just pretty much owner operated in the sense of they might get one employee, two employees, just to help them out during the busy time. And so that, again, more efficient for them, but it's just what we're seeing out here. Check this out. Press secretary goes off, and we did get a Venmo right now. I heard Michael. Thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate you. And you have 2 entries into the raffle that we will be doing live later this afternoon. So thank you, Michael. Appreciate you more than you know. Let's see what else we got. Oh, press secretary.
Filing an injunction to usurp the executive authority of the president.
This is about these rogue activist judges that we've been seeing, guys. Take a listen.
Not have a low-level district court judge filing an injunction to usurp the executive authority of the president of the United States. That is completely absurd. And as the executive of the executive branch, the president has the ability to fire or hire. And you have these lower-level judges who are trying to block this president's agenda. It's very clear. And as I just cited, I was appalled by the statistic when I saw it this morning. In 1 month, in February, there have been 15 injunctions of this administration in our agenda. In 3 years under the Biden administration, there were 14 injunctions. So it's very clear that there are judicial activists throughout our judicial branch who are trying to block this president's executive authority. We are going to fight back. And as anyone who saw President Trump and his legal team fighting back, they know how to do it. He was indicted nearly 200 times, and he's in the Oval Office now because all of the indictments, all of these injunctions have always been unconstitutional and unfair. They are led by partisan activists who are trying to usurp the will of this president, and we're not going to stand for it.
I love it. Stand up. I wouldn't hire any of those federal employees back. And then this floated around today. Natalie Winters posted this. The federal judge who blocked President Trump from firing bureaucrats and stripping Perkins Coie security clearance is on tape going in a crazy tirade against Trump. She melts down about the rise of authoritarianism and the big lie. This is a judge. This isn't she plays as a judge. She's really an activist. Listen to this.
First
Holy
line,
cow.
America having a very surprising and downright troubling moment in this country when the very importance of facts is dismissed or ignored. That's a very risky business for all of us and our democracy. The historian Heather Cox Richardson, whose book I've been reading, explains in her new book, which is a bestseller, so many of you may have already read it, Democracy Awakening, that burying facts with false history telling is one of the keys to the rise of authoritarianism. As she bluntly puts it, big lies are springboards for authoritarians. She cautions in her book's opening line, it's the very first line, America is at a crossroads, teetering on the brink of authoritarianism. And she echoes this thought in her closing line, that we are at a time of testing, and how it comes out resting, as it always has, is in our own hands. In between those 2 points, in the first line and the last, her book focuses on historical facts to set the record straight about recreated and imagined conspiratorial retellings of our country's history, recent and long ago. My DC judicial colleagues and I regularly see the impact of big lies at the sentencing of hundreds of individuals who have been convicted for offense conduct on January 6, 2021, when they disrupted the certification of the 2020 presidential election at the US Capitol. As district court judges, we are all about the facts.
All about the facts, huh? I love how she says they sweep in authoritarianism, and it's exactly what Democrats have been trying to indoctrinate in our school with the Black Lives Matter movement and the 1619 Project, making them all victims instead of saying you could be anything you want. This woman needs to be an activist. She doesn't need to be on the bench serving as a judge. This is the problem with the United States. We can't have a true justice system unless we have true justice and true judges. This is insane. How does that? hold on. Look at this face right here she makes. Hold on. Maybe not. But so that is the judge who blocked President Trump from firing bureaucrats and also blocked the fact that the law firm that was involved in the Russia hoax. He removed their security clearance. They shouldn't have a security clearance. And this judge said, nope, can't do that. So yesterday we reported on, and again, this won't get a whole lot of positive press. Unfortunately, it's because of the day and the time we live in right now. But that President Putin wanted to talk to President Donald Trump about the ceasefire, the negotiation and the deals that Trump and Trump's team and his cabinet are trying to make to stop the slaughter of lots of innocent people. And this was Trump's Truth Social post. This was at 6:33 this morning. It says, we had a very good and productive discussion with President Vladimir Putin of Russia yesterday. There is a very good chance that this horrible, bloody war can finally come to an end. But at this very moment, thousands of Ukrainian troops are completely surrounded by the Russian military and in very bad and vulnerable positions. I have strongly requested that President Putin that their lives be spared. This would be a horrible massacre, not one seen since World War II. God bless them all. So we'll see where that goes. We'll see. I'm sure Democrats, the warmonger Democrats, they just want to give billions more to Ukraine. I don't know if we'll ever understand it. And listen to John Bolton. Listen to this guy. John Bolton is one of the biggest warmonger piece of trash you can know. Listen to what he says.
Secretary of State Rubio, National Security Advisor Mike. Talking. Look, the pressure that Trump has put on for a ceasefire is motivated by one thing: Trump's desire for good publicity and to buttress his case to get a Nobel Peace Prize. You want a ceasefire between two warring parties? They need to decide it.
He wants the war to continue, folks. That's the guy that Trump removed his Secret Service detail as well, saying he has a lot of money. He can pay for his own security. I love the fact that Trump did that, by the way. But because Trump wants if Trump wanted good publicity, would he be doing all the things that he's doing? How's this going to look? They're going to come after you, Trump. Let's do it. No. If Trump wanted good publicity, he would do all the things that don't need to happen. He wouldn't do all the things to save this country. But again, it's John Bolton. What else can you expect? Check this out. We covered this yesterday. Now the party of socialism, the communist guys, because socialism is a code word for communism. Columbia, they posted this and I love it. Columbia University just suspended, or revoked degrees of dozens of students involved in the pro-Palestinian movement. First of all, it's a pro-Hamas movement. Second of all, it wasn't when you shut down a college and you refuse dispersal orders and you destroy it, that's not a protest. This blatant act of political repression and violation of free speech rights follows the arrest of Mahmoud Khalil, a leading student activist at Columbia. And then they shared these. Columbia University caves to Trump's demands. This disciplinary decision came just days after the Trump administration froze $400 million in federal research funds to Columbia. Hours before students were expelled, Columbia received an email from the Trump administration outlining next steps to get back into good graces with the administration and restore funding. Among requiring was disciplining student protesters through expulsion or multi-year suspensions. Good. Accountability. You want to go to school? You want to use our taxpayer-funded dollars to get an education? Get a damn education. You want to go protest? Go lay in front of some railroad tracks. How about that? Let's hear your speech. There's thousands of ways to protest. without destroying a college, without ensuring that kids and parents of those kids that are paying for their education, that they can get into class. And guess what? Every professor or anybody else that joined, done. You should be fired. Your job is to educate. We need to get back to reality, folks. We need to get back at reality. This was from Trump's team. As you guys know, we're ending this race-based discrimination. Trump said he was going to end it. It was one of his promises. Just because you are white doesn't mean you should be put on a lower pedestal for somebody that's less intelligent, that did worse on their test scores, but all because of their skin color or what they do in their bedroom. We've seen this in the White House, guys, under President Biden. It was pretty obvious. I don't want to pull up the pictures right now of all these guys pretending to be women or these people that were just absolute DEI hires like KGP. But look at this. This is Rapid Response 47, Trump's team posting this. The Department of Education has opened an investigation into 45 universities under Title IX, or is that Title VI, for alleged impermissible use of race exclusionary preferences, race-based scholarships, and or race-based segregation. I can't remember how long ago. What was it? It was 2017, 2018. I think it was the University of Arizona, somewhere in Arizona. Might have not been University, might have been Tempe, where they didn't want white people in their multicultural. There was a white kid doing homework. I still got that video somewhere. White kid doing homework, and all these people were harassing him, and then the staff asked the white people to leave so they could calm things down. We see it all the time. Oh, if you want to apply for this, all you have to do is be a racial minority and you can get in. Totally excludes a white kid. Totally excludes the white people. If we want true equality, we don't look at race. We don't look at gender. If women test higher on the scores because they were paying a little more attention in high school because the guys were out clowning around, guess what? Women get into college. It's just common sense, guys. Just common sense. What do we got here? I thought this was great, guys. This one's for the books right here. I love J.D. Vance. I love his quick-witted, off-the-cuff comments. And listen to this.
We've got this great event, this great facility, great business, and of course, great workers. And I'm sure all of us saw there were a few protesters outside. And I can't be the only person wondering, it's a little after noon on a Friday, and don't you all have jobs? Who are the people? And I think that's one of the reasons why we've got to rebuild American manufacturing and support great companies like Vantage Plastics, because we want those people to get off the streets and back to work. It'd be good for them, and it'd be good for everybody else, too.
I love that, guys. That was epic. That was epic. I'm glad that he's got some comedy. That is Vice President of the United States, and we love it. So the Tesla stuff, man, this is I think the Tesla stuff will end probably, I don't know. Looking at what Democrats have done, they're almost done with the kill Social Security stuff. I say mid-April, they'll be done saying, I'm selling my Teslas. Listen to this. This traitor, that allowed terrorists to come over our southern border, who did nothing, did not care that hundreds of thousands a month were coming over and they were not being vetted. That traitor here, listen to what he says.
Hey, folks, Mark Kelly here in Washington, driving to work for the last time in my Tesla. When I bought this thing, I didn't think it was going to become a political issue. Every time I get in this car in the last 60 days or so, it reminds me of just how much damage Elon Musk and Donald Trump is doing to our country. Talking about slashing Social Security, cutting healthcare benefits for poor people, for seniors. It's one bad thing after the next. He's firing veterans. I'm a veteran. So I have a really hard time driving around in this thing. So I think it's time for an upgrade today. So this is going to be my last trip in this car. There were some things I really liked about it. There are things I didn't like about it, but that doesn't matter. What matters is, doing the right thing. I think it's time to get rid of it. Elon Musk kind of turned out to be an asshole, and I don't want to be driving the car built and designed by an asshole. So, looking forward to my new ride.
Looking forward to my new ride. Once again, he used that. He prefaced it to talk about things that aren't happening. There is no cuts to Social Security. They are going to get rid of the waste, abuse, and fraud. I'm sure the Social Security Administration could upgrade their computer systems. We all need to do that. And probably get rid of 40% of their employees. That's a cost savings. They say there's payments going out to people that are either dead or... What was it, the latest with fake Social Security numbers? How do you do that? Those are all things that they need to do. They're not cutting Medicaid, but they are telling 29-year-olds on Medicaid, you can no longer have it if you're sitting at home playing video games. You need to get out and work. Okay, I understand Democrats are the party of entitlement. Gimme, gimme, gimme. And then they blame the rich. They blame the successful for their laziness. They blame the successful for them not willing to get up 5 a.m., go work a good paying job. It's crazy, but that was Mark Kelly, who allowed terrorists, rapists, murderers to come across our border, supported that during the Biden administration. Check this out. Speaking of Teslas, here's another one. This was from, looks like Katie Davenport posted this. Breaking, another Tesla has been torched in Seattle's Capitol Hill neighborhood, the site of the former Chaz. Video by Chosho. Okay, so this came out from Chosho. Take a look.
All right, we've got Seattle Fire here. We've got SPD. This is absolutely out of control. All right, here it is. Witnesses say they saw two people dressed in black throwing an accelerant on top of this Tesla. Thankfully, firefighters made it onto the scene. Guys, can you tell me what happened here?
As far as I know, somebody lit it on fire and we put it out.
Wow. Do they have any suspects right now?
Allegedly, somebody saw somebody throw gas on it, but we weren't here witnessing personally. So that's all I know for right now.
All right, thank you so much. Again, you're hearing from fire officials right now. We're on the scene in Seattle's Capitol Hill neighborhood, 15th and Harrison. There goes the Tesla. Looks like a relatively new Tesla. And you can see near the hood, that's where investigators are now looking. Unbelievable.
Crazy, right? And it keeps getting worse. These people, again, Seattle, it was near the Chaz area. If you guys don't remember what that is, that was their autonomous zone where they didn't allow police in. They had murders in there, rapes, everything else. It was just crazy. But listen to what Pam Bondi says. Take a listen. What's our government doing about this terrorism?
We're locking up on that. We have someone in jail right now from one of the dealerships. They threw a Molotov cocktail through a dealership. They're looking at up to 20 years in prison. So if you're going to touch a Tesla, you better watch out because we're coming after you.
Wow.
And
Well,
if you're
yep.
funding this, we're coming after you. We're going to find out who you are.
Beautiful. Go after them. It's crazy. A lot of this stuff, I would rather not. I mean, I want these people to get arrested and go to jail, but it also is a pretty good distraction. People are focused on this. The attorney general shouldn't be focused on what's going on at Tesla dealerships. She should be focused on any crime, but you know what I mean. And hopefully we see what's going on. Don't forget, before we get into the budget talks and shut down Schumer, we are having a raffle. We're going to be doing it this afternoon. So this is one of your last chances to get in for anything. It's going to be for a $75 gift card on our website. So you get to go in there, pick out your stuff, and that will be shipped to you from shirts, coffee cups, hats. This hat here, Awake Not Woke. I always wear this one. And then also you will receive one of 3 new hats, either the Oreo Army hats, Make Speech Free Again, in MAGA red, this pink, or right here, we have the camo. If you want to get in, again, we're going to be doing it this afternoon live on this channel, wherever you're watching from now. Go to Venmo at Oreo Josh, Cash App, $ Oreo Army, and givesendgo.com /Oreo 2024. If you use Zelle, it's on our website, theoreoexpress.com, and go to our website. There's a donate now button. Just scroll down a little. You'll see donate now. Every $10 donation gets you 1 entry. So if you do $30, you get 3 entries. And that's for the hat and the $75 gift card. We got all kind of goodies up here. We got the Gulf of America shirts, more ice, please. We got all kind of Trump stuff on there. We got this. Let's see. Let's play this video here real quick. This is some of it. Let me studio pull this off so you can see it. That's a double-sided t-shirt right there. Then you got the tank tops. Doge, Democrats officially getting exposed. The Gulf of America, more ice, please. We got all kind of that stuff. So check it out, guys. Check it out. We even got that shirt right there. Make women female again. So, again, enter into the raffle, guys. Help us out. Help fund us. And we appreciate your blessing. Thank you so much. Now, this came up yesterday. We were talking about shut down Schumer. Now it looks like Schumer is saying we can't shut down the government. I'm going to vote to pass this budget. And now Democrats are turning on him. But listen to this. This was a video where he kind of laid out his cards already, where he said they admit that they set up Trump during past negotiations about government shutdowns, using government shutdowns and the American people as a pawn. Listen.
We sort of set him up instinctively. We didn't plan this. Everyone thought we planned it out. It was about the government shutdown the first time. And Nancy said something to him about he didn't understand about women. So, what?
Chuck was masterful.
Well,
he was masterful.
She set him up so I could go in for the kill.
No, but he was masterful. He's talking to him about the government shutdown and about immigrants and the rest. And he says, I'll take ownership of the shutdown.
Said, so, Mr. President, will you own the shutdown? Yes, I will. And that was, oh, thank you very much. We sort of...
These people. So let's see what's going on in that government shutdown. Here we go, Chucky. Let's see what you're saying now.
Under a shutdown, it is the executive branch,
Look
in
at
this
him
case,
reading
Trump,
this.
Musk, Doge, and Vogt, who's head of the OMB, who we all know are authoritarians, vicious, nasty, who would have sole control over what is funded and what isn't. They get to determine what is a, quote, essential service. And they will just cut to smithereens, far greater than in the CR bill, which is a lousy bill, far greater than that, what could be funded and what couldn't. And there's no recourse. You can't go to court. This is a decision totally in the executive branch. And so it would be devastating. Why is it that Elon Musk and Donald Trump want a government shutdown? So they can take control of the government and do their vicious, horrible things. They could cut half the government. They could tell employees you're not essential and never bring them back, permanently firing them. It's a disaster. And in a few weeks, if there was a shutdown, everyone would be complaining and howling. Why did they eliminate SNAP? Why did they cut so much of Medicaid? But they could do all that on their own. That's the problem. There is no check on them with a shutdown. That's not to say this CR bill is a good bill. It isn't. It didn't have any safeguards in it. But it would be much, much worse to have a shutdown. And my job, Chris, as leader, is to see things a little bit ahead down the road and see how horrible this would be and alert people.
Oh, man. So now, again, you've seen in the last week or two them all doing the same little type of TikTok podcast. Yesterday, we showed you how they all put out the same post, like 30 different Democrats. But somebody didn't give that. Somebody's not coaching them on this, because just yesterday, what did Rep. Jasmine Crockett say on the shutdown? That, yeah, shut it down. Because if we shut it down, they can't do anything. They can't fire employees. They can't do anything, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, wait a second. That's not what we heard from Chuck Schumer. Listen.
We're shut down, you can't be fired. And what does that mean? In my opinion, if we're shut down, you can't be fired. And what does that mean? It does mean that people will not be paid, but it does mean that they will get their back pay. So hopefully we can stop some of the bleeding. We just saw that the Department of Education laid off 50% of their workforce. So I don't really understand why anybody would say, oh, we got to take the high road. Listen, he is decimating the federal government. And you're talking about whether or not we're going to keep the doors open. He literally is shutting down departments anyway.
Oh, man. What a ghetto person. But isn't that funny? How they're just not getting the same talking points when it comes to the budget. Check out what the House Judiciary GOP tweeted out yesterday. Angela's in on Venmo for the raffle. Thank you, Angela. Appreciate you. Schumer caved. Trump won. Incredible. Little celebration. And then Trump says, congratulations to Chuck Schumer for doing the right thing. Took guts and courage. The big tax cuts, LA fire fix, debt ceiling bill, and so much more is coming. We should all work together on that very dangerous situation. A non-pass would be a country destroyer. Approval will lead us to new heights again. Really good and smart move by Senator Schumer. This could lead to something big for the USA, a whole new direction and beginning. Donald J. Trump. So now you got some infighting. The quote, the blue crew, the ones that are paid for their social media posts, the Harrys and those people of the world, were, as soon as Chuck Schumer said, if we enter a shutdown, congressional Republicans would weaponize their majorities to cherry pick which parts of the government to reopen. And I don't think this guy just gets how tired Democrats are of weak leadership. Hey, Chuck Schumer, we're done with you. That tomorrow, like in 3 days, when Chucky says, listen, to show my support for trans people, I'm removing my penis. This person will be like, oh, Chuck is exactly what we need in office. It's just crazy. But it's good to see the infighting. Because, again, I have not seen Republicans as well aligned as we have since Trump's been elected. It's been amazing. You look at the nominations, you look at everything that's going well, even with some of those people that aren't even conservatives, that aren't even Republicans. The rhinos, they run as a Republican. Murkowski and those. And so check this out. Listen to this. Hakeem Jeffries. Press asked Hakeem Jeffries, is it time for new leadership in the Senate? That's Chuck Schumer. And he doesn't say no. Listen.
Is it time for new leadership? Is it time for new leadership in the Senate?
Next question.
Is it time for new leadership in the Senate?
Next question.
Is it time for new leadership in the Senate? I mean, these are beyond just cracks on the surface. This goes deep. A lot of them, you got to understand, these people were protected from doing anything for a long time. Now that we have places like USAID shut down, which is one of their money embezzlement schemes, where billions and billions of your tax dollars would go to these organizations and funnel back to the Democrats. And then when the Democrats wanted something, they just nodded at these NGOs, and the NGOs did their dirty work. Kind of what we're seeing with the fire bombings of Teslas. Now, the cracks are getting deeper, folks. The cracks are getting deeper. Listen to Pelosi. Pelosi urges Senate Democrats to break with Schumer. Here it is right here. It says, San Francisco Speaker Emerita Nancy Pelosi issued the following statement on the government funding bill under consideration in the Senate. Donald Trump and Elon Musk has offered the Congress a false choice between a government shutdown or a blank check that makes a devastating assault on the well-being of working families across America. Let's be clear. Neither is a good option for the American people. But this false choice that some are buying instead of fighting is unacceptable. I salute leader Hakeem Jeffries for his courageous rejections of this false choice, and I am proud of my colleagues in the House Democratic Caucus for their overwhelming vote against this bill. Democrat senators should listen to the women. Appropriations leaders Rosa DeLauro and Patty Murray have eloquently presented the case that we must have a better choice, a 4-week funding extension to keep the government open and negotiate a bipartisan agreement. America has experienced a Trump shutdown before, but this damaging legislation only makes matters worse. Democrats must not buy into this false choice. We must fight back for a better way. Listen to the women. For the people. Guys, hashtag believe all women. Remember that? Hashtag me too. It's the women, guys. We got to listen to the women. Not when they're wrong. Not when they're wrong, especially when they're Democrats. Just insane, right? Check this out. Illegal immigrants can show up to Colorado today and get a driver's license. No Social Security, no individual taxpayer identification number needed. Colorado is doubling down on its sanctuary city state policies. Says new Colorado law. Let's pull it up right here. See if it'll play it here without.
I still love to surf, snowboard, and of course skate. So I take Cuno Magnesium to support my muscle and bone health. Magnesium glycinate.
Immigration crisis, as you know, has been roundly criticized by the new Trump administration.
Just last week, Denver's mayor was in the hot seat on Capitol Hill, grilled in front of members of Congress over the city's immigration policies. Mike Johnston was joined by other Democratic mayors to testify before the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee. Now, state lawmakers want to allow undocumented immigrants to obtain a driver's license.
Denver 7's Christian Lopez explains why they say this move could make all of us safer.
This bill is going to help a lot of undocumented people.
A new law going into effect on March 31st will fast-track the process for immigrants to obtain a driver's license.
But not only are they going to know the rules and the laws of the road, but they're going to be able to get insurance on their cars and plates.
Maria Valdez, a driving instructor at the American Driving Academy in Aurora, says it'll benefit the whole state.
Many people are already driving without driver's licenses, so this gives them the opportunity to be able to drive safely and legally.
So they're already breaking the law. Once again, they broke the law in entering this country. They're breaking the law, probably working for cash under the table. They're breaking the law for driving without a license.
Colorado already allows undocumented immigrants to obtain their driver's licenses, but they must live in the state for 2 years and provide a social security or ITIN number. This new law will streamline that process by getting rid of those and several other requirements.
And now it is going to be simply just a passport and current proof of address.
For immigrants like Alma Baeza, it'll be an immediate process as long as they have an ID from their home country and proof of address in Colorado.
Entonces ya me siento más aliviada que la voy a poder tener.
But not everyone agrees with these changes.
The biggest concern I have is no different than last year. It's the public safety aspect of allowing all of these people from all over the world to come in and get licenses.
Former State Representative Richard Holtorf has spoken out about this bill ever since it was first introduced.
With respect to labor, it'll help these immigrants to get to and from work. But the underlying question is, how many folks of that class should be in our country? And how did they get here?
He says now that it's officially happening, it'll require a lot of work.
We have to focus on making sure that training and testing is done in their native language, and that comes at great expense.
Overall, this is going to be such a great thing. Like I said, people are already driving without driver's licenses. This makes it so that they do have a driver's license. They are evaluated by a driving school and seen as safe to drive on the roads.
Applicants must still pass a vision exam, a written test, a driving test, and they must pay a fee. Reporting in a
Now, it's interesting. He mentioned we have to, there's people here from hundreds of countries right now that are here illegally. We documented on the border for years. And now they're going to have to cater to them. Oh, what language do you need? They're going to have to do all these forms in different languages. Trump just signed an executive order that the English is the language of the land, which also helps out with if you're going to DMV in the United States and you need to pass a test, you better know enough English to do that. You are in the United States. You need to communicate with people. Not everybody should bow down to you. And but when we have sanctuary cities like this, they don't need a social security number. They don't need an employee identification number. They need nothing now other than a passport or some type of form of ID. This is just insane. And the reason why they do this, guys, let me help you out. I'm from California. How many people remember Motor Voter? Where you go in there, we give illegal aliens driver's license, and guess what? We register them to vote. It's called Motor Voter. And we've done it. We've done it for years here in California. And that is the plan in Denver. No doubt. See what else we got here. San Diego Board of Supervisors failed to pass a resolution repealing the super sanctuary city status. You guys remember, it was probably 6 weeks ago, we covered it. They became a super sanctuary city. And only one supervisor, I think it was Jim Desmond, who said this is crap. He always speaks out against it.
3 months after the San Diego County Board of Supervisors voted to give the county what's been called a super sanctuary status by preventing the county from using its resources to help ICE, that controversial designation was back on the agenda for another vote Tuesday.
This is not about law-abiding immigrants. This is about violent criminals, rapists, child abusers, burglars.
While San Diego Sheriff Kelly Martinez says she's following the state law on how to handle immigration and not what the county board decides, Supervisor Jim Desmond brought the item back up in hopes of repealing it.
If we've got people that are criminals in our jails, we should be able to let ICE know. All it is a phone call, let them know that they're here and when they're potentially going to be let out.
Vice Chair, that motion fails with Supervisor Lawson Remer abstaining.
I'm very disappointed because, we want to keep our streets and our neighborhoods safe.
In a seemingly political move, Tara Lawson Remer abstained from the vote, making this item die. If she would have voted no, this would have tied and had to be brought up again in a later meeting. And Jim Desmond told me after this failed vote today that he believes he's been seeing a changing of the tides when it comes to how people are feeling on immigration policies, not only nationally, but also here in San Diego.
Yeah, well, all you got to do is go talk to the people on the streets, not listen to fake news. We do it all the time. We're in the streets all the time. Check this out. Some more good news. FBI Director Kash Patel tweeted this out yesterday. I can report that this afternoon, along with our interagency partners, the FBI and DOJ, extradited 7 cartel leaders from Colombia, allegedly responsible for funneling thousands of kilos of drugs to our southern border, ultimately trafficking them to your streets. These individuals landed in Florida today, and they will now face American justice. The message remains: if you harm the American people, this FBI will search every corner of the earth to find you and bring you to justice. Thank you, FBI Tampa, the Justice Department, and our law enforcement partners for your amazing work. Check these pictures out here. This is definitely amazing work. I just got an idea. Sometimes I see something and it just brilliance pops in my mind. I think I'm gonna edit out. I'm gonna edit one of those photos. I probably won't have time, especially if we're hitting the road, guys. Angela's in for 2 more. Angela, thank you. I got that notification, but cut out a picture of Pissant and put him in handcuffs with the FBI. That would just be funny. Make it as a screensaver or something. Breaking. Check this out. We talked about the CBP Go app where you can self-deport. It says exclusive. This is from Griff Jenkins. Take a look at this. Fox News obtains video of Colombia protester student Ranjani Srinivasan, a national from India, self-deporting to Canada using the CBP Go app. Seen here in the black hoodie. Says DHS sources confirm her F1 visa has been revoked. Department of Homeland Secretary Noem says in a statement, it's a privilege to be granted visas to live and study in the United States of America. When you advocate for violence and terrorism, that privilege should be revoked and you should not be in this country. I'm glad to see one of the Columbia University terrorist sympathizers use the CBP Home app to self-deport. Additionally, DHS sources confirmed the arrest of another Colombia protester student, Lega Cordia, from the West Bank, Palestine. HSI Newark arrested Cordia March 13th for immigration violations related to student visas. In April 2024, Cordia was previously arrested by local law enforcement for involvement in pro-Hamas protesting at Columbia. I love it, dude. Let's see. I think this one's a bigger. Let's take a look at this. That's her self-deporting. Let's see. Ta-ta for now. It's amazing, though. Think about, she's not going home to India. She's going to Canada, where Canada will allow all those people to go. But isn't that great? Isn't that great? Is CBP Go app working? We got the pro-Hamas people, and then we had another one. What was it there? We have another one from the West Bank, from Gaza, who is here and was arrested for illegal actions while on a student visa. Everybody arrested on illegal actions like that, sorry, you're going home. I don't care if it's a DUI. DUI can kill many people. You're here. It is a privilege to be here. It is a choice the United States here that allows you, not the choice of Marxist communists that are out protesting in the street, not your choice, but the choice of our agencies, our Department of Homeland Security, our FBI, those groups that work together in order to secure this country. Don't forget, guys, let me put this up. Check out some of these shirts we got on the website really quick. You have a chance of winning a $75 gift card. $75 gift card for the OreoExpress.com and one of our Make Speech Free Again hats. Check that out. We got camo, we got pink, and we got MAGA red. And I got my Donald Trump did nothing wrong shirt on. Let me put. check this out right here. Check out some of our stuff on here that you are entering to win. We got all the Donald Trump inauguration stuff. We got some of the newer stuff. Doge. I got to get one of these. I'm going to get the tank top. Doge says Democrats officially getting exposed. That's what Doge is. We have that. We have the Gulf of America. We got Trump on the raft in the middle of the Gulf of America. We got the more ice, please. Ending of a nightmare. I mean, let's go to the next page really quick. While we go to the next page, let's also look at this. Oh, wrong button. Wow, it's buffering a lot, but check that out. Democrats officially getting exposed. Let me refresh that one really quick. I don't know why that one of all of them, it's a short video. Let's see. Maybe because it was loading the website in the background. So again, guys, if you want to enter into this raffle right here, it's going to be done later today. Either we're going to have a second show or we're going to head out of town and do it while we're doing a drive-in chat. I'll take my iPad so I can get all the information and we could do it on a drive-in chat. That's only if I get too busy. In the meantime, I got some stuff I got to take care of if we're going out of town. But if you guys want to enter, every $10 donation gets you one entry. So if you enter with $20, that's 2 entries. You could do it on Venmo at Oreo Josh. That's Venmo at Oreo Josh. Cash App, $ Oreo Army. GiveSendGo.com/Oreo 2024. And if you use Zelle, you can go to our website, theoreoexpress.com. You scroll down a little and you'll see the donate now button. You'll see our PO box, all that good stuff there. Just want to thank you guys for doing this. And let me see if this one opened up yet. And then we have some of the other stuff. Actually, those two are obsolete now. But some of the Trump shirts, the Daddy's Back sweatshirt, the MAGA shirts. So we have a lot of stuff. I don't know why it's putting this stuff up here. The We Won stuff is gone. I'll fix that once I get done. But check all this out, guys. And you will, all you got to do is enter. We will pick a winner randomly through the wheel of names here this afternoon, evening. And it's getting bright right now. Sun's coming out. By the way, I was telling you guys yesterday when we were doing our second show, if you were watching, I could hear the rain coming down. It was coming down. So when I finished the show, I walked out and the TV was on in the background and it had that weather alert. There was a tornado warning for about 40 miles south of here, the Hanford area. And then I was like, wow, I'm going to see how flooded it is outside. And I went outside. The reason why it was so loud, it was hail that was hitting the metal tin on the roof from the vents. And so that's why I was hearing that ding, ding, ding. But yeah, we've been getting some good rain. It stayed good for the weekend and it's going to be good for this weekend too. But we had it last week. We had Caden's birthday party and it was beautiful, 65 degrees outside and sunny. But earlier in the week, it rained for a couple days. There was one day where you woke up, it was raining. You went to bed, it was raining. That doesn't happen often around here. We get that occasionally, but usually we get a couple hours of rain and it's gone, couple more hours of rain, but it was literally raining all day, just a nice steady rain. So I voted for Grandpa. I do not have a shirt that says that. But if you have some great shirt ideas, email me some good ones that people will buy. Email me at oreoexpress@yahoo.com and I'll design something. I'm getting better at the design slowly. And again, want to say thank you. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. We will see you this afternoon, whether it's our regular show or not, but this is one of your last chances to get in. So Venmo at Oreo Josh, Cash App, $Oreo Army, or givesendgo.com/Oreo 2024. And if you use Zelle, go to the OreoExpress.com. There's a donate now button with all the links, and we appreciate you guys. Can't do it without you. We will see you soon.